Thank you very much, Michelle. I am speaking with Dr. Rashid Chin. Welcome to Breakfast Television.
Hi.
Dr. Chin, you had an unbelievable journey. The rest of the world watched on November 8th, 9th. We were just talking about it.
Yes.
As the Philippines were overwhelmed. Images like this, incredible destruction. Typhoon Haiyan, of course, devastating a country. And it was just shortly thereafter that you departed for the Philippines. And you've since returned, and welcome back to Breakfast Television. Welcome back to Edmonton, I should say.
Thank you.
Please, as these images are showing right now, talk about what you saw and what happened as a doctor traveling down there.
Yeah, so just arriving there right away, you're immediately hit by all the devastation. Certainly there was over 14 million people affected by this disaster, and when you arrive there and see that there's a total of 1.1 million homes that were damaged, it becomes quite apparent. Right when you drive through some of the areas, you see that many people are on the streets rebuilding their homes with no roofs on them and just trying to survive.
As a doctor, you were saying you were there for three and a half weeks. You're back now, and you said that there's the medical need was immediate when you were down there, and not just in terms of like tending to the patients, but also the hospitals. Talk about the state of the hospitals down there.
Yeah, so that's the biggest thing with the disaster is that there's a surge of patients that now arrive because they've been injured or affected by the typhoon itself. But then also the infrastructure that's there to support injured people no longer exists. So the area that we went to in Ormoc City had 5 hospitals regularly. When we first arrived, only one of them was functioning, and that one at a very small amount of their capacity. Over the 3 weeks, we saw many patients, over 1,000 people there. And when we left, there were 4 out of the 5 hospitals were functioning and closer to 80–90% of their capacity. So when the government calls for international relief, that's what we're there for, is to bridge that gap, that time when they need to rebuild their hospitals. The whole country needs to be rebuilt, but their healthcare needs certainly can't be met during that first 2 or 3 weeks.
It's just an incredible thing. I mean, I guess my first question to you is, when you land into something like this, seeing these images, did you have that sense of where do I start, where do I begin here?
Yeah, I think it's a big undertaking, and certainly there's precedent for it before. So there's organizations that show up right away with the United Nations, with OCHA, which is the Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, and we have meetings with the Department of Health and certain health clusters. So that's sort of our area is the medical need, and there's also other areas that are involved, including nutrition, housing, power, infrastructure, the water and sanitary disaster response groups. So there's a huge amount of coordination that sometimes is a little discoordinated, but certainly things get moving.
And obviously, I mean, you probably witnessed firsthand more than any of us, and I'm hoping and guessing this is the message that you come back with, is the resilience of the people down there. I mean, we are seeing incredible strength, courage, resolve, I guess. Is that what you found when you were down there?
Certainly, that is one of the biggest things that we noticed, is that for them, they live in hardship all the time in some of their homes, and they're affected by seasonal storms all the time. Now, this one was certainly off the scale. It was the highest recorded wind speeds, the most damage. But when we got there a week after, they were in the rebuilding phase of their homes, and you could see people looking for tarps and tents and
just
hammering away and
building,
fixing their homes again. So they were, you could certainly see that strength in the people, that they had just faced something devastating, and they were moving on.
So we have to go to break, but I want a final question to you, because obviously you've come back, you've helped during an incredible time. What can we do? What is the message that you hope we get out of you speaking here today, even, and what can we do to continue to support them?
Well, I think that overall, it's a real testament to Canadians and how we go out around the world to help people in times of need. I've been to other disasters, in Haiti and as well here now in the Philippines. And the continued support just of our local organizations, here that send people out is huge.
Talking Red Cross?
Well, the Red Cross is certainly one of them. UNICEF, we're Canadian Medical Assistance Teams, so our group is certainly puts people right on the ground, and we know that we're helping directly with the
Canadian
patients.
Medical Assistance Team.
Correct.
There you go. There you have it. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for going and doing what you do, and thank you for continuing to do what you do. A hero amongst us this morning. A pleasure and an honor to meet you. We'll be back, of course, for more information on how you can get involved, help organizations like Dr. Chin's. Go to breakfasttelevision.ca, and we will be right back after this.